Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Saturday episode of the Degenerate Disseminators podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. Unfortunately, we are riding solo today, but it's all good. Um, happy March 1st, everyone. Looking forward to a new month of some more sports. Got some good things to look forward to this month, like March Madness. That's gonna be awesome. And the we're in like the super latter stages of the NBA regular season. So yeah, got some excited things to look forward to. Before we get into today's picks, though, as I've been doing, we're gonna do a little monthly recap for the month of February. Um, just being fully transparent with you guys. I didn't want to do one. Uh, you know, because yeah, we didn't have the best month again. But I feel like I kind of got into my own head heading into February. Um, especially after seeing how bad we did in January. Um, and I feel like I don't know. I was just kind of like predetermined in my head that this month was gonna be bad, and we did improve a lot, but it still definitely could have been better. But I do preach being transparent. As this is gambling. Um, and yeah, I feel like a lot of people lie about it, but I'm not one of them. So for the month of February, keep in mind short month, and we did have All-Star breakage for the NBA and NHL. Um, there was stuff going on during the NHL All Star for the Four Nations, but kind of hard to predict as there's only like a handful of games. It was a very small sample size. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So on the month, we placed 41 bets total. Uh, between here and the Instagram, we did give out some official plays on Instagram. Um, I'll get back in the Instagram for when I get into today's picks. But anyways, 41 bets total. We go 17, 23, and 1. That one being a push. It was an early cash out that I took due to some lineup drama. Um, and on the month, we go down 10.6 units. Before you guys freak out, okay? Keep in mind the first two episodes we had for January, right? Placed 4 bets in one of them. We go 0 for 4, go down 4 units. Huge. And then second episode, we put out 3 bets, shut out, down 3 units. So 2 days into the month, we were down 7.1 units. So the bulk really came from the month from the gate this month, and given that we put out 9 or 10 more episodes after those 2 episodes, I think not that bad, but I do admit it can be better. We are looking a lot better right now, especially over the last 3 or 4 episodes, which I will get into, in the recap. But yeah, definitely learned, I would say, a lot from January. I think it shows in the win loss ratio and the amount of units down. Um, if we don't have a winning month in March, I'm going on Instagram Live and I'm throwing ass. Okay, you guys can hold me to that. It's gonna happen. But I think I have it back down. We're not gonna have a crazy day to start the month of March. Sorry guys, we only got 3 picks today. Yeah, I'm just not gonna force anything. If I have to pay a little extra for some of these bets, like the -130s, -140s, I don't care. I feel like that's been holding me back a little bit. So definitely learning things. Um, hoping to look to get back into our form like when the podcast first started in December, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got a lot to look forward to. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the monthly recap. We're gonna look at the last episode's recap. My apologies about Friday's games, like an episode for Friday's games. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I could not sleep Thursday night. Or no, yes, Thursday night. Sorry. Then I'm going to bed until like 6 in the morning. The reason why I record on a different time on Fridays is because I have somewhere to be early. Slept through that and almost I woke up like as I started to get ready for work. So yeah, I didn't have time. However, I did put 2 official plays on Instagram for today or yesterday, Friday. But I'm gonna do Thursday's bets first. So on Thursday, we had 4 picks. Vegas Golden Knights first period winner for 1.1 units. I believe they go up 5-1 in the first period. There was a lot going on in that game. Warriors -5 for 1.1 units. Steph Curry goes absolutely insane for 56 points. And the Warriors won by 6, I believe, so we're good there. Lakers Wolves game over 224.5 points for 1.1. That is our only loss of the night. It looks pretty good, like they were on pace. This game was not on TV for some reason. It was very out of market, so I was just kind of keeping up with the live tracker on ESPN. I don't know what happened. The game started slowing down, and then Anthony Edwards got ejected for some reason. Not really sure what happened there, but yeah, that game falls short. And then I almost said the Carolina Panthers. Wrong season. Carolina Hurricanes -1.5. They won 5-2, I believe, against the Sabres. But I don't know if that was the final score. I can't remember, but they did cover. And then moving into Friday's picks, like I said, I gave out 2 official plays on Instagram. I do want to start giving out, plays on there. I trying to make it accessible for everyone. So yeah, I gave out 2 official picks on the Instagram, which both hit. Thankfully, the 2 I've previously given, they fell short. So happy to be back at a 0.500 there. But Heat Pacers over 224.5 for 1.1. I don't know the number off the top of my head. This game was earlier in the day. That was a while ago, so I forgot. But they smoked that number. I think there was like 5 or 6 minutes left in the game by the time they cleared it. And the Heat won, so cool. And then I took Trae Young under 38.5 points, assists, rebounds for 1.3 units. And that under does hit. OKC just had too big of a lead. He got close. He got to 35, but the Hawks waved the white flag and sat everyone. So nice little run we got going here. 4 days, well, 3 days and one even day, but 4 days without going down. Heading into this month of March, and that's kind of how I'm gonna look at it. I'm not looking at it as a new month. I'm just picking up this momentum from these last few episodes. So for today, Saturday, March 1st, we have 3 picks going out. A little bit of a trifecta here. We have 1 from the NBA, 1 from the NHL, and I do have 1 UFC pick for the fight night going down today. Where do I want to start? We'll start with the NBA. So, looking at the Warriors taking on the Sixers. Oops, sorry if that made a loud noise. I was moving my keyboard. Yeah, looking at the Warriors at the Sixers. Like I did mention, we did just check the Warriors -5 against the Magic. Steph Curry had a crazy game. I don't really know how the Warriors are only catching 6.5 points here as favorites. They've been on fire. As much as the Jimmy Butler situation pains me, but they've just been looking so good. They've won 5 in a row and 7 and 3 in their last 10 games. And they're going against a Sixers team that just shared the news of Joel Embiid being out for the remainder of the season. I mean, 6.5 points, really? Like, come on. I don't even think I need to go into the against the spread numbers for this. I will admit though the Sixers without their stars do have the ability. They can catch fire, especially from behind the arc. But I feel like the Warriors have actually, they have a pretty sneakily good defense here. They have the 8th best defensive rating in the league, and Jimmy Butler isn't too fond of Philly. Right now it looks like he is going to be playing. I've been doing a better job of keeping track of lineups, things like that, which I have been posting on our Instagram, which I don't think I even said what the Instagram was. Speaking of the Instagram so much this episode, please feel free to check us out at DD Sports Podcast on Instagram. Also, if you are watching on both YouTube or Spotify, I do leave the links in the description of those as well. But anyways, yeah, Jimmy Butler hates Philly. Against them, he's played 10 games. He averages 26 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.1 assists. But yeah, overall, I just think the Sixers are waving the white flag on the season as a whole. And if the Warriors just come out the gate and go up like 5 points, I think the Sixers team are just gonna walk back to their bench with their tails between their legs and call it a day. But yeah, I like the Warriors here. They've been hot. So I'm taking the Warriors -6.5 for 1.1 units for the first pick of the night. And then moving on, although Daniel is not here, he did give us a hockey play for the night. This is going to sound crazy, like we haven't done this before, guys, but we're fading the Sharks, guys. Who would have thought? The Sharks are taking on the Ottawa Senators on the road. Brady Tkachuk is coming back into the lineup. And the Senators sit 4 points behind both wild card spots. The Red Wings and the Blue Jackets are tied, points wise, for the first and second wild card slot. Let me double check because I know the Rangers were ahead of them. Let me see here, guys. But I know they were down tonight against the Maple Leafs. Yes, the Maple Leafs win. So, let me just double check. Okay, yeah. So previously, the Rangers were ahead of the Senators, but with their loss tonight, they moved down. So, the Senators, are literally on the bubble. They were 2 spots away. Now they're literally right there. So yeah, the Sharks have not been good. I do like the Senators team a lot, especially with Brady Tkachuk coming back into the lineup. This puts up within 2 points of a wild card spot here. Also important to note, tomorrow another game that is going on is the Red Wings versus the Blue Jackets. So unless that game goes to overtime, one of them aren't going to move in the rankings, and I think that's motivating for the Senators here to get this win, because their next win, could put them in that playoff spot. Yeah. Daniel's not here, but I'm assuming if he were going to give any side bets, I would assume he would say maybe Brady Tkachuk for a goal, and although we're taking the Senators here, he'd probably say Macklin Celebrini for an assist, but yeah, who knows. So yeah, second pick of the night here, we're taking Senators -1.5 at home, taking on the San Jose Sharks for 1.3 units. And last pick of the night, we're looking at UFC. We're looking at a prelim fight, actually. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like this card that much. Please don't call me a casual. I don't know. It doesn't really do it for me. Last week's fight night was pretty good, I will admit, minus the main event. That shit was a mess. But we're looking at a heavyweight clash between Austin Lane and Mario Pinto. Some big fellas here. This is the heavyweight division. Mario Pinto's 6'5". Austin Lane is 6'6". Some big fellas here. Important to note, this is Mario Pinto's first fight, like, really in the UFC. He did just earn a contract in October of 2024 on the Contender Series, via first round knockout. He's 9-0. He has 5 wins by knockout and 1 win by submission. And 5 out of those 6 finish victories have come in the first round. And then we look at Austin Lane. He's a finisher too. 13 wins. He has 12 finishes. Not really the most impressive UFC tenure. He's fought 4 times. He is also a Contender Series fighter. He had a no contest to Justin Tafa, my bad. And then fought again, got knocked out in the first round. He also fought Janata Deniz, also lost by knockout, 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the second round. And then he did beat Robelis Spain in a 3-round unanimous decision. Spain's kind of a fraud. That got kind of, that hype train got derailed very quick. This, like I said, this card is doesn't really. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm a fight fan, but not really anything I'm looking out for particularly. Yeah, and I mean, I also mean that from like a odds perspective. Like, there's not really anything jumping out like in my face all crazy. There are some good underdogs here, but I don't really know much about them, if I'm being honest. So for this fight here, the total distance line is around 1.5. It's a coin toss. It's -110 both sides. I'm gonna take the under. Yeah. Like I said, for Mr. Pinto, his 5 first round finishes and only 9 fights. And Austin Lane, he's 37, opposed to Pinto here. He's 26. And Lane has been knocked out 5 times in his career. I feel like you can only take so many knockouts at heavyweights with these monstrous people. Yeah, I mean, they both have finishing capabilities. This is Pinto's debut. I think he wants to go out there and make a statement like he did on the Contender Series. And also a crazy stat for Pinto here. His significant strikes landed per minute is 8.16, and his significant strike accuracy is 93%. That is absolutely crazy for any fighter in any division. I'm hoping Pinto goes out there and, you know, lets them fly, because apparently they're landing. And hopefully they, land in a way to knock him out in under 1.5 rounds. So, yeah, as far as any other games, not really a fan of anything. I'm gonna try my best not to like force any action on bets. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just try and play it smart for the month of March. And I don't want to, cause a scenario like last month where I put out 4 plays and they all don't hit. So yeah, hopefully we get a good start here. This is the part where I asked Daniel if there's anything he'd like to add, but he's not here, and I have nothing to add myself. So we're gonna kick it into the recap for the kickoff of March here. So first up on the night, I was gonna go by times, but I don't know when this fight is. I'm not gonna lie. So Senators minus 1.5 for 1.3 units. Taking on the Sharks. Warriors taking on Philly and Philadelphia for 1.1 units. And then Lane versus Pinto tomorrow's UFC Fight Night action. Under 1.5 rounds for 1.1 units. If anyone asks me about boxing, don't like it. Don't care. I mean, Gervonta Davis is cool, but he's like minus 3 billion, so I got nothing on that. That's gonna do it for us today, guys, and we will catch you in the next one.